What's up YouTube, BabyGamer05 here. I wanted to make a video going over my favorite FNAF teasers, my top 5 favorite FNAF teasers of all time. Is just my thoughts, my personal favorites that have been released over the years. All of them come from scottgames.com, or they did rather. But yeah, feel free to leave your favorites in the comments, tell me what you think are the best, and yeah, let's get right into it, starting off with number 1. Starting off with number 1, we have the Innard teaser from Sister Location. By far one of my favorite ones to come out of Sister Location when it was being teased by Scott. It just has a very creepy vibe to it. Innard's just freaky in general, but I remember this setting the FNAF community on fire because everybody thought this was some kind of new version, like an animatronic similar to the Mangle, because of all the wires there. It kind of looked like it would be basically a spaghetti monster, which, I mean, Innard kind of already is, but this kind of makes it look like he would just be a pile of wires rather than having like any kind of humanoid shape. But yeah, seeing this again, I remember like looking at Scott Games like every other day trying to find a new teaser, but it took so long to get these. But the game was good, and teasers were amazing, and nostalgia, man. This teaser specifically, I love it. But yeah, it even says there's a little me in everybody. Not everybody, just everybody, which is, of course, playing into the whole him taking over. Or not taking over. Him basically being a combination of all the animatronics. And yeah, it's just great character, great teaser. Just moving on to teaser 2. Teaser 2 is the very first, I believe, FNAF VR teaser, and it was weird looking at this back in the day, because I know people eventually found out that the Spring Bonnie and Funtime Foxy were actually fan models, but still didn't know that because they just look so good. But this was the first time we had even seen Spring Bonnie, and before we had figured out that this was in fact a fan-made model for him that they used to kind of make their art. It was cool to see. I was excited to see Spring Bonnie for the first time. I mean, we still really haven't seen like a fixed version of Springtrap aside from the FNAF 6 minigame, the Fruity Maze or whatever. But it was cool to see. I still love this teaser. I know there were some people that thought that this whole thing was going to be some kind of character here, where all the animatronics were melted together. It was a cool idea, but I don't think it would really worked out. But FNAF VR was a great game, and I think this was a good first teaser for it. But anyways, moving on to teaser number 3. Teaser 3 is the No Place to Run teaser from FNAF 2, one of the most iconic teasers by far, and I feel like anybody who's been a part of this community for a longer period of time has probably seen it by now. It's great. I love Withered Foxy. He's my favorite. I won't say my favorite version of Foxy, but he's one of my favorite versions of Foxy, probably behind Nightmare Foxy, which, funny enough, is the next teaser. Fun fact. But before we get to that, I just want to kind of go over this a little bit more. This was the first time we had actually seen the mask mechanic being used, I believe. It was a great just show off of the mechanic. The flashlight and the mask being on at the same time was interesting, being as it didn't actually get into the new version or the actual version of the game. But it was a cool little showcase of everything that was going to be in. But yeah, that's about all for this one. Moving on to teaser number 4. Teaser number 4, my favorite one of the FNAF 4 teasers by far. It is the Nightmare Foxy image, which it just looks so cool. You see the sharp teeth, the hook, the tongue that never made it into the game, even though it would have been a really cool feature. It's just overall a great, like the lighting, it's all red, his eyes just glowing there. It's so cool. Nightmare Foxy is probably my favorite just nightmare design, if I'm being honest here. Just overall great, amazing design. But only thing I would say is I wish you had kept the tongue in game, just because it would have been so cool to kind of see it slithering around. I mean, I imagine it would be similar to a snake, just in the way it would move. At least by the look of this teaser, it would be. But overall, great design. I said it 3 times because it's just so amazing. Everything about this teaser is perfect. You can't beat it when it comes to the FNAF 4 teasers, and just, yeah. Moving on to teaser number 4, and my favorite one of all time, for a reason that I feel like some people can get behind, but let's get right into it right now. And finally, we make it to number 5, the Five Nights at Freddy's sister location teaser 1. But it's so iconic. I don't think anybody has not seen this, unless they just haven't played FNAF before, or seen anything about it. It's one of the most iconic teasers in the entire series, in my opinion. It's one of the best, if not the best. I think it's by far the best one that we've had in like pretty much the entire time. But it's perfect. It's like the perfect FNAF teaser. It doesn't give away too much about the new character. It's just a close-up shot of their face. You don't get many details of them, but you know it's a new character. I know a lot of people, funny enough, thought this was going to be some new version of Toy Bonnie. I don't really know what sparked that theory, but it was quite prevalent for a while. Which, of course, we all know at this point this is Circus Baby. But at the time we didn't know who this was. It was a brand new character. The Five Nights at Freddy's sister location teaser 1 was by far the most hyped I think I've ever been when I first saw a teaser. Except for maybe the Fredbear, but it wasn't really all that cool, it just showed his face. But this one by far is just amazing. And I don't know if there's going to be one better than that. I mean, we have a lot of good teasers now, but that is just peak right there. I think it hits all the bases that you can really hit with FNAF teasers. But yeah, that's really all I wanted to talk about today. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day. Also, make sure you like and subscribe if you feel like it. You don't have to, but if you feel like it, it'd be greatly appreciated. But that's all. Thank you for watching.